So if Volron is the lord of the water realm, then it's probably safe to say he has some water abilities tucked up his sleeve.
He and Alphen couldn't be any more different. It's like they were practically born to be rivals.
Looking back on it, in both of our previous encounters, he's only ever fought us with his sword. We haven't seen what else he's capable of.
And yet, even with only his blade, he still managed to overwhelm us. He's a force to be reckoned with. That much is certain.
Yeah, that guy is seriously bad news.
It'll be okay, Hoodle. We'll get through this.
Shion?
It's nothing. Let's keep moving.
This area is the grandest looking of the lot, and not a single soldier in sight.
So probably the place. This is it, everyone. We can't let Volron treat people's lives like toys any longer. We need to put an end to his tyranny here and now. Everyone ready?
Ready.
We've come this far.
Without question.
I'm nervous, but I know what needs to be done.
We've come for you, Volron! Did you really come all this way, just so I could take you back over his dead body?
Bastard!
He dismissed them?
He must not think he needs them to defeat us.
Why have you been coming after me? Isn't it your ambition to become the winner of the crown contest? My ambition, you say? I have no ambitions. Since the beginning, everything was mine to control. Everything, including your life. I'm happy to see you. What the hell's that supposed to mean? A lonely, watery grave is all the burials of you deserve. And yet, it wasn't without regret that I watched you sink beneath those waves. Now, I get to savor carving the life of your body myself. So all this, kidnapping shields, sacrificing those people, it was all just for your own sick satisfaction? To help pass the time?
I would not expect you to understand the tedium that absolute power lays upon you.
I've had it with your mad rambling. I'm here to take you down, Volron, and free those you've enslaved.
Very well. I shall look forward to fashioning my throne from the remains of your existence.
Today you will die at my hand, and I shall bask in your final desperate pleas. Well, I look forward to disappointing you.
Entertain me.
I'm only getting started.
I'll run you through!
Take this!
Here I come! Blow away!
Here's evil.
Carve through! I'll finish you here and now!
Freeze laser. Here goes.
Ready, flash!
I'm only getting started.
Fiction light.
Tectonic fire
Here I come.
yours to be let free!
Rolling snap.
Blow away!
How about some of this?
Not on my watch.
Blow away!
This one's mine.
Really owe you one.
Take this.
Can you think
Die.
Mega ray.
away!
Take this.
He just won't stay still! If you can draw his attention, I'll pin him down.
Big blast! Raining blast! Seismic blow away!
Dance on the
Raining
wind!
blast!
Flame of
Die.
terror. Glacial
Take
spear.
this.
Here's evil.
Now!
This!
Did we get him?
He's over! Let's go! Catapult! Tectonic punch! Take
Glacial
this!
spear. Here's evil.
I'm ready! In an instant! Impact block!
Is that it?
Take this!
Armor won't save you!
Seismic
What's he planning?
Leave the ensnaring to me. Enjoy it.
Yeah! And
We gotta stop him.
Rolling snap!
Annihilation.
Fool.
Cross field.
Mega ray! Dance on the wind!
Now, are you ready to entertain me? Don't disappoint me by dying just yet.
Eyes on the ground! Here it comes!
Damn it! Don't take your attention off him either.
Evil.
What's this?
Take this.
I'll figure you out.
Here. Take this.
On your
Enjoy it.
Can't get out of this!
Be let
Hear
free!
me. Flame of terror.
Resonate with the earth!
Take this.
Will this help?
Now! Here I
Can you
come!
take it?
Not today!
It's go time!
Resonate with the earth!
I really owe you! I'll smash you!
Here.
Now! Go away!
An astral art?
That's my cue.
Shut him down! Raining blast! Blow away!
Fool.
I never miss.
Raining blast!
I'll finish you here and now!
Raining blast! Try harder!
Take this!
Here I come! Raining blast!
I'll face you!
Die! Raining blast! Flame and strike!
Just like that.
Flame of terror.
Not today!
Glacial
I'll
spear.
face you!
Here's evil.
Now!
Take this!
Freeze laser.
Take this! Raining
That's far enough.
I'm on it!
Glacial spear. Here's evil.
Try harder! My turn!
Freeze laser.
Hurrah!
Heal! Now you see what I can do!
Now this is enjoyable.
It's over.
Talon Hurricane!
Fool.
Begin!
Take
Try
this.
harder!
That's far enough.
Try harder! Here I come!
Entertain.
Try harder!
This is over.
Talon Hurricane!
Now, are you ready to entertain me? Don't disappoint me by
If it's in
dying.
the sky, it's mine.
This.
Swallow dance!
This one's all mine!
Glacial spear. Here's evil. Freeze ready to go.
Not today!
Be gone.
Healing art.
I'm on it!
First aid.
Good days come to an end!
Die.
You do this all day! No further!
Here I
Blow
go.
away!
It's over.
Raining
Into the
blast!
shadows.
Blow away! Raining blast!
Take
Take
this.
this!
Ready to begin!
Try harder! My turn!
Inspiration! I could do this all day!
You pay for that!
Glacial spear. Here's
I'll crush crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
I'll bring you back.
I'll end you!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Got him!
It's all over. Volron. Now put an end to that death procession you're holding outside. Right now! You think this is over? What? Who do you think you are?
No, that's...
How can this be? If Alvin's the Sovereign, how is it possible that Volron has that crest as well?
And if Volron's the Sovereign, then what was the point of the crown contest?
After everything we've witnessed, it would seem the whole thing is a ruse.
Bow before your sovereign. What the hell are you? How sweet your ignorance must be. You resent not being the only sovereign. That's why you're after me, isn't it? There is that, I'll admit. But your grandest sin was unveiling your strength. Sin? You use people as playthings. What right have you to speak of sin? Sin is foolish. The powerful care only for domination. We never asked for the Lord. No one did. What do I? Your want. You are but a mote dust in the light.
Alvin!
I'm through taking orders from tyrants.
Eat this!
Unleash lightning!
Mega Ray!
First strike!
I'll tear you apart!
I let you all down. Stay away from my friend! Lead is fighting! Power!
You're mine!
Crushed!
By the
I will
power
show
of
them
Force!
true power!
Annihilation! Mega Ray!
Lead is tight! Power! Unleash lightning!
Resuscitation!
Crush! On your knees!
Mega Ray!
I will show you true power! Benediction light! Blow away! Pissed off! I shall erase everything! Not today!
Confiscated!
Take this!
Hurricane!
Burn! Dance from the wind!
In a bind?
Try harder! My turn! Got it!
Flame of Death!
What's this?
Unleash! Try harder! Take this! Eat it!
I can do this all day.
I will show you! I've let you all down. Forgive me. Unleash lightning! Tempting! There! Try harder!
There!
Nonsense! Okay! Blow away! Dragon Swarm! Unleash! Great! This one's all mine! All shall bow before me! Rending you apart! Chocolate flash! Blow away! I've let you all down. They smite with blackened
I'll bring
blade!
you back from death's abyss!
Flee!
Natural defenses are fading. I'm a sitting duck, then we'll take him together. Rinwell,
Now follow my lead. Okay.
I'll provide cover.
Out of my sight! Unleash lightning! I'm on it!
Here's a healing art. Confiscated.
I'm on it! Can you take it? It's over! No! Can't end here!
I couldn't make it in time.
Here goes. Take this. There.
Wretched worm! No!
Everyone together.
I'll shoot him down.
I owe you one. Take this! Now we're never.
Flame of Steel. Glacial Spear. Here's the evil.
Flame inside me!
You'll soon see about that. Do it. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished. Know your place. I'm not done. On your kneel before your sovereign. Ignite! Your life will end here.
Armor won't save you! He's about to attack! Jim, we need to stop him!
Burning flash! Blow away! Fruit of it! All others shall be vanished!
There, see them.
How dare you!
Not in your dreams.
Try harder! Now! Swallow dance! Try harder! Heal!
Could this be the true power of a sovereign?
What is this?
Can't get out of bed! Armor won't save you!
To be let free! Not again!
Can you take it?
Burn it! Engulfs you! Raining slash!
Eat this! Now or never.
Damn it! Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Eat this! Captivity! Blow away! Raining slash! First strike!
Can't heal you forever.
Resonate with the earth. Denied! Stalagmite!
Not in your dreams.
On your knees. My turn.
There, go. It's over.
Here I go! Blow away! Big blast!
I never miss.
No! Can't end here! I owe you
Into
one.
the shadows.
Benediction light. Blow away! I shall be the ruler of the king! I shall erase everything!
I really owe you one.
Take this! I'll destroy you! This one!
Now I'm real mad.
You paid for that!
From death to this.
Take this! Raining slash! Unleash! Try harder! Not here! Tempting! Raining slash! Sword! Ignite! Tempting! Raining slash! Big blast! Try harder!
Let me help.
Kneel before your sovereign!
Can you take it? Denied!
Your life will end here!
On your knees.
Raining slash!
In a bind?
Blew away! I'm on it! Hot! Proof of it! All others shall be vanished!
Hear my call.
Eat this! Captivity!
All good things come to an
This one's mine.
Unleash!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Is it over?
Yeah, I think so. There. We finally collected all of the Master Cores. So what do we do now?
It is said that bringing all the Master Cores together in one place should form the Renis Alma.
So, now we put Shion's with the rest.
With that, we can finally free her of her thorns.
What's going on? Are we missing something?
We can't be. So why isn't it?
Alphen! Behind you!
Shion, are you the maiden?
What is this? Why is this happening?
What the? The Master Cores!
Is that darkness? A dark Master Core? Renis Alma's only supposed to consist of the 5 Dahnan elements.
What do you think you're doing?
She disappeared?
What in the world just happened?
Is it over?
No. It's only just begun.
A month has passed. For the time being, we decided to stay put in Ganeth Haros. Even with their lord toppled, we had a long way to go before the people of Pillaging would be liberated in their hearts and minds. Lenegus hung ominously over our heads. We knew we'd need to deal with it sooner or later. We still had so many questions. The two sovereigns, the Red Woman and the Renaissance, the present and past 300 years ago. Not to mention what happened to Volron's body after his defeat. Still, we were determined to keep fighting. I had my hands full taking care of everything. But in some ways, I was kind of grateful to be so busy.
Are you all right? You looked like you were spacing out there.
Yeah, I'm fine. Sorry. You need something?
It's about that citizen's petition. I was coming to talk to you about it.
If I'm being honest, I think the problems of this realm's Dahnans hit close to home for me.
Oh?
You saw how things were in Menancia. We might have put way too much faith in Dohalim, but at least we could still think independently.
The people of this realm weren't even afforded that much basic dignity.
I don't know what kind of future the people here are going to ultimately choose. But whatever it is they decide, I want to help do my part so they can make that decision of their own free will.
You mean like how the Dahnans and Renans of Menancia chose to remain committed to coexistence? It'd be nice if this was a step towards that dream.
That's another issue altogether. At the very least, I want to believe all our hard work will pay off in the end.
Yeah. I guess we can only focus on what we can do right now and take it from there.
I'm going to go on ahead. Would you mind talking to Shion for me? Once you're ready, we'll meet up at the castle entrance like usual. We can talk more there.
Right. Got it. Let's see if she's up there.
Is something going on?
Sounds like it. Kisara wants us all to meet at the castle entrance. Taking in the view again?
Yeah. Looking at the scenery helps take my mind off things.
Like what?
Being a maiden. Whether I really am a descendant of Naori. Those kinds of things.
So, are you mad at me?
For what?
I destroyed the Renaissance. Right as you were about to get rid of your thorns forever.
Why did you destroy it?
When I saw it appear in front of me, it reminded me of what happened back on Lenegus. And the rest was... it was all just a blur. I'm sorry.
It must have been a pretty terrible memory. Besides, we don't know that the Renas Alma actually was destroyed. For all we know, it might have disappeared with that red woman.
If so, then why are you...
Don't. It's okay. You brought me back. You got me away from Volron. That's enough for now. Let's get going. We shouldn't keep everyone waiting.
Kisara said she wanted everyone to meet at the castle entrance. Hey, Shion.
Don't.
Okay.
I'm sorry. But if you come any closer, you'll only end up getting hurt.
Because of your thorns, you mean? Trust me, I've endured...
No, that's not it. You don't understand. Never mind. Sorry, just forget I said anything, okay?
If it isn't your thorns, does that mean there's something else?
It's just... It's nothing, really, okay? So you can stop asking me.
Okay. In that case, I'll see you up ahead, okay? We're so high up.
it's you two. I suppose that makes me the last one then.
We better get a move on or else we'll never hear the end of it from Kisara.
Right you are. A month has passed since we vanquished Volron. I would have thought that the Renans on Lenegis would have made their move by now. Yet they still remain as silent as ever. We have no idea what happened to Volron's body, nor its whereabouts. The Red Woman also has yet to reappear, for that matter. And contrary to what I had heard, when the Renis Alma formed, not 5, but 6 elements were present, with darkness constituting the 6th and final Master Core. Were either of you aware of this?
You mean about the Renis Alma? Of course not.
Same. I had no idea a Darkness Master Core even existed.
What about Shion's maiden powers?
No. That was the first I learned about that, too. Or anything about having that power.
Me too. I remember thinking the same thing.
What could it all mean, I wonder? There are so many questions with too few answers, particularly when it comes to that Red Woman and her abilities.
Were it any other ability that used astral energy, I'd say it was an astral art. But hers was different.
Speaking of astral energy, we also mustn't forget that while the other Master Cores disappeared when forming the Renis Alma, for some reason the Fire Master Core remained. It may well have been the work of your maidenly powers. Alphen, are you still able to wield the blazing sword as before?
For now, at least. That Renis Alma sucked most of the energy out of the Fire Master Core, but it still has enough for me to use the sword.
And the sword is safe inside of me for the time being.
Good. At least that's one thing we needn't concern ourselves over.
You can say that again. We have more than enough to deal with as it is. Let's go.
Hey, wait up!
I heard we are all to meet at the castle entrance.
This is Ganya, who has a problem he needs help with. I was just about to ask him what that problem is.
All right, then. Well, tell us what's on your mind, Ganya.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry? Where are your rations? Did you not get yours?
I did.
Are they not enough?
No, I have enough.
Then what's the problem?
Alphen, you have to remember, these people aren't used to responding so quickly. Be slow and gentle with him.
Oh, right. I forgot. Sorry about that. So you have your rations, and it's enough food, but there's still something wrong with it. What is it exactly?
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I got that part.
Do your rations taste bad?
I don't know.
What's that supposed to mean?
I haven't eaten them, so I don't know how they taste.
Wait, if you're not eating them, then what are you doing with them?
Bringing them into the castle.
What? Why? Wait, back up. Are others doing this? Who told you to bring your rations in?
Everyone in my group is doing it. I don't know who told us to do it. They only said to bring the rations into the castle.
I'm guessing none of us told them to do it, or else we'd know, right?
I was afraid that something like this might happen. The people in this capital are slowly regaining their own wills, but not everybody is getting them back at the same rate.
Are you saying someone who got their will back sooner might be taking rations from other people? If so, that's a serious problem.
Definitely. This is something we can't ignore. We need to investigate the castle.
It seems like the people here still tend to blindly follow any orders they're given.
It's a
Hey, remind me, just what exactly are we all doing here?
What do you mean? We're helping people, aren't we?
Could have fooled me. Lately it feels like everything we're doing ends up half-baked. We liberated the people of Pillaging, but their hearts and minds are no less under the yoke than the day we found them. As for Volron's cronies, we have no idea where they scampered off to.
You think I don't already know all that? We're doing everything we can, aren't we? We didn't choose to get stuck here. Sometimes you have to play the hand you're dealt. Besides, you've seen all the same things I have. You know as well as I do that deposing the lords alone won't solve all the world's problems.
Rinwell's right. We've gotten this far, haven't we? We can't just leave things unfinished now.
I guess? I mean, I didn't think we'd be singing around the campfire as soon as the wall came down, but still.
The fight isn't over just yet. At least not while Lenegis remains a threat.
I'm just sick of all this waiting. If they're gonna invade, why don't they get a move on already?
Stop that! Don't you think we've got enough problems as it is without you tempting fate? Spot something?
Oh, no. Just wondering if I could see any armored guards.
Armored guards? You mean Volron's soldiers?
The moment we defeated their lord, all those guys bolted out of there. And not just out of the castle either. The city, too. For better or worse, it was the guards who looked after the city's Dahnans. Without them, making Pillaging half-habitable again has been one big headache.
It's not like they were on their last legs. They could have chosen to stay and fight, but instead they ran away and disappeared without a trace.
But without a lord to follow, they can't have any place to go. Unless... You don't think they went to Lenegis, do you?
It's not completely out of the question. Though I'd say it's more likely they're biding their time somewhere, just waiting for the perfect moment to strike back at us.
The people here in Pillaging are nowhere near ready to defend themselves. Great. Another headache to worry about. Is it just me, or was today's dinner a little low on salt?
I felt that it was seasoned perfectly, so as to bring out the flavor of the ingredients.
Last taste buds are still like a kid's, so if his food isn't rich enough, I bet he doesn't feel like he's eaten anything at all.
Don't make fun of me. We all need salt in order to survive.
He has a point. You do lose stamina if you don't get enough salt in your body.
Yeah, I remember seeing people trying to lick the rocks back in Calaglia.
What? Why would anybody do that?
Sometimes you can find rocks out there that taste salty. They used to say it was because of all the tears we slaves shed.
Most likely, that was actually rock salt that they found. When our provisions ran low, Nagal would often bring some back for us to use. At the time, we used it because it's all we had. But now there's something hearty about rock salt I like. Even more than table salt.
Is it possible, perhaps, to find any rock salt in these parts?
It is. You have to know what you're looking for, but when I find any, I always break some up to refill our supply. The flavor even changes depending on what kind of terrain it comes from. Sometimes I end up collecting more than we need, just in case we like it.
Wow, Kisara's really serious about her salt.
You can always count on Kisara to be earnest. That's why we have to do our part and not add any more to her burden.
Going to take forever, Law, I promise. Let's just do what we came here to do and get out.
very well.
Well,
Hey,
Pardon me.
What the hell? Do these guys not realize who we are?
doesn't seem that way. I think we're just damning from the town.
whatever's going on, these are Volron soldiers. Watch yourself.
Everlasting darkness. Negative
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Here's evil!
Devastation!
Dance to the wind! Sleep now!
Coming through! Ha! Melt! Scarlet Inferno! Devastation! Devastation!
Raging storm! Yeah.
Hey.
You don't say. Well?
Oh, wow!
So then,
I can't believe how quickly you got all those soldiers to obey you, Dohalim.
actually, they were abiding Renan hierarchy. Not me personally.
Well, either way, solve the problem, and that's what counts.
vacation.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt for us to unwind a little for once.
Not like we've got the gall to spare for it, though.
I've talked to the soldiers and made it clear that they are to remain in line. Things should stay calm for the time being.
I know Renans tend to take authority extremely seriously, but you sure know how to throw your weight around as a former lord.
I only managed to get through to them because Volron's curse is lifting, but not to the extent that they can act independently as of yet. Considering we had other matters to attend to for the past month, we should consider ourselves lucky that nothing occurred during our absence.
But if they do start operating independently again, that's going to cause a whole new set of problems to deal with.
Indeed. Ganeth Heros is unlike Menancia. Without intervention, they'll likely revert to oppressing the Dahnans as they were doing before.
Meaning there's still a lot of work to be done in this realm. Not that there aren't problems among the Dahnans, too.
Yes. There was no way to avoid the deep-seated conflicts that had festered here. But I just hate that we had to use your position as a lord to solve the situation, Dohalim.
Had I not intervened, yet more blood would have spilled here, and nobody wishes for that.
So, what's going to happen to the Renans here now?
Why do you ask?
We've stripped the soldiers of their armor and locked them up. They can't hurt you guys anymore. I promise.
So they're alive? They're not going to die?
What?
Those people deceived us. They did terrible, terrible things to us. They made us suffer. Long before you guys came along. For years and years and years. It was constant. Never stopped. Not even for a day. So many people died. Our parents, our children, our friends. They all died. They were murdered. And it was the Renans. The Renans were the ones who did it. They killed us. Why do they get to live after so many of us have died? The bastards should die. Every last one of them!
I know how you feel, Ganya. I used to be a slave, and I hated the Renans just like you. I took up the blazing sword to bring them down. But along the way, I've met many people and seen many things. People refusing the hand life dealt them. People who have lost loved ones, but are still trying to make this world a better place. People driven by hate who stopped before it was too late. Those who couldn't and paid with their lives. And I fought plenty of people who were all too happy to make others suffer. Believe me. But after a while, I came to realize that it's not the Renans who are our true enemies.
Then what the hell are we fighting if it's not them?
We're fighting against anyone who tries to take what doesn't belong to them.
But that's what these Renans are doing. How is that any different?
Because I judge everyone by their own actions. That goes for Dahnans too. Because at the end of the day, at the root of all evils committed is an individual who committed them.
You're right, Alphen. It seems like people are either blaming an entire race for one individual's sins, or an individual for everyone else's mistakes. But all that does is add more hate in a world that's already full of it. I want to help create a society where people can finally stop suffering and move beyond their pain.
But if we try to do that with more violence, then we'll just end up right back where we started in the first place.
All right. Have it your way. I can't argue with the folks that helped us get back our ability to think and speak freely again.
Is that to say you trust us then?
I don't trust the Renans as far as I can throw them. I trust you guys because of who you are and what you've done.
Fair enough. We won't let you down, Ganya.
What's the matter, Kisara? Is something wrong?
Oh, no, nothing. It's fine, really. I'm just a bit worried about what'll happen to all these folks.
Right. It'll take time before they start thinking for themselves again.
Indeed, that is part of it. However, what I'm even more worried about is what will happen to them after that. What do you think they're going to want once they realize how cruel Volron was to them?
Probably revenge.
What happened to Ganeth Haros is the worst form of oppression we've seen, but treated cruelly or kindly, slaves will rise up.
Lenegis aside, there are still remnants of Renan supremacists scattered throughout Dahna.
You mean all that trouble we went through to get rid of the Lords might just lead to more violence? That's the last thing I want to see happen.
Of course not. And if we don't do something to prevent it all from starting up again, there could be even more bloodshed for us to regret. There's still a lot we don't know about the Renan rulers. Whatever the face of truth behind their veil, it's on us to put a stop to them. But there is one thing that's clear. Whatever we do to finally end it, our motives can't be getting back at the Renans, or it'll all be for nothing.
So, what exactly is it that you're saying? That we should just act as if nothing happened?
Law's right. We can't expect everyone to just forget all the pain they've endured up until now. Not so easily, at least.
But we have to at least try to change course. We can't just keep allowing history to repeat itself like this.
Exactly. Look, I won't deny that between the crown contest and 300 years of oppression, there's a lot of bad blood between the Dahnans and the Renans. But all these problems are just too big for us to try to carry the burden on our own. We'll keep doing our part in the interim, but we need to take this one battle at a time.
We're done just yet. I want you all to stick around a little longer. There might still be people who need our help.
Think about it. Thinking for yourself can be a heavy responsibility at times.
Yeah, it's not like your mind will only ever think about good, happy things for one.
Maybe so. But I'll still take that burden over living life as a puppet serving others. That's why I want to do everything I can to help these people.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
I wonder if something happened.
Well... Hey!
That's no ordinary stray there.
We'd best stay out of its way for now. This one will be difficult to predict.
Come and face me!
Not on my watch!
Aim for the weak spot! Take this! Negative gate! An astral arch?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
In here!
Blow away!
Stardust! Here I go! I'm only getting started! Where are you going? In here! I'll be saving this one! Too much ready and go! Get on in there with the others!
Armor won't save you! No further! Devastation! Elusive deity! Rotating pile driver! Eagle ray!
Raging storm! More with that power!
Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down! Thunder field!
Raining slash!
Raging cascade! Spread! Dance in the wind!
Raining slash!
This'll come in handy! Sounds like a plan to me.
On your mirage!
Tempest! I never miss!
Resonate with the earth!
Raging storm! Blow light!
Raining
Not in your dreams!
The flame inside me yearns to be let free! Resonate with the earth! Can't get out of this! You're mine! Mirage! Elusive deity!
It's in your hands now.
You'll pay for that!
Where are you going? Burning strike! Here! Gemini I'll be taking this one! I'll bring you back from
Now you see what I... On the ground!
Hard field! I'll bring you back from let's go!
Blow away! Raining slash! Blow away!
No rest for the wicked.
Energy! Annihilation!
Devastation! You!
Raging cascade! Not on my watch! Here!
This one's for mine! Eat this!
No dawn shall break this
Blow away! Wide open!
It won't escape me.
Amazing! Elusive deity!
Raging storm!
I can carve through armor!
In a vine.
Art expert, coming through!
Resonate with the earth!
Confiscated! Here goes!
I couldn't make it.
They're all coming after me!
I'm coming, Redwell!
I'm not scared. I'm totally fine.
Imbue this vanquished soul with love! We have to take her on! Devastation!
Is that a healing art? It is.
Not today!
Ignore your pain. I'll try to be more careful.
Burning Not so fast. No, it won't end like this.
Ready and ready!
Imbue this vanquished soul with
Line
life.
up! Resuscitation! Stop!
Another incantation ruined. It's in your hands now.
Stay away from my friends! I owe you one!
Bring you back from the abyss.
Okay, any more of this and I'll burn out! Devastation!
Burning
you!
No, it won't end like this.
Let's try harder! Now, while it's reeling!
Negative gate!
Blow away! Lightning flash! It's on! Burn! Try harder! Now! You're not! No further!
I'm ready.
We can do this!
This is some punishment.
I can't believe this.
We should be able to cook here.
Odd. I never thought you would care.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit.
I've been thinking about what we discussed earlier. His reasons might not have been pure, but in the end, Dohalim still made Elda Menencia a place where Dahnans and Renans can coexist. I thought everyone would welcome that change, with open arms. I took pride in what we had without putting in the work to truly solidify it. After so much failure, do you think I even have the right to pursue my ideals?
It doesn't matter what I think. You've already found your answer, haven't you?
I know what I want to say, but I can't help but wonder if I'm being selfish.
Everybody makes mistakes in life, Kisara. Everybody. It's what you do afterwards that matters. But you already knew that, right?
Yeah. I won't look away from the world any longer. I'll do my best to confront reality, so that we don't lose anyone else, ever again. More to the point, Dohalim needs someone who can push him forward. I think we both get lost in our sorrow too easily when we focus on the past.
If we see that happening, we'll set him straight. Don't worry. We'll look out for both of you. I have to say, though, if you turned out this well modeling yourself after Miguel, he really must have been a great man.
What, you didn't believe me before? I'm pretty sure I've been going on about him since I joined up. If you need more convincing, I've got plenty more stories about him.
Maybe another time.
Like we made it here in...
Where are you going?
Since when do I need your permission to move around?
I wasn't saying that you do. Though I'm not sure why you're biting my head off about it either.
Oh, that's so typical of you. How can you be so relaxed about all this? At this very moment, the enemy is doing who knows what behind the scenes, and yet we're just sitting here twiddling our thumbs in Ganath Haros.
I know that. Our hands are tied right now. What do you want me to do? And what's gotten into you anyway? Is there something you want to say to me, Shion?
Look, you're right. Forget I said anything.
If I said something to hurt you, I'm sorry. But I honestly don't know what I said to upset you so much. I really wish you would tell me.
You don't need to apologize. You didn't say anything. It's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault. Not really.
Then why?
Please just drop it. I don't want to talk about it.
All right. If that's what you want, I won't push any further.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Just don't be too hard on yourself, okay?